ducking me. Please step up. Grocery, yes, we are back. Plus up every feeling. 20 on my right wrist, 30 on my left wrist, 100 on my neck. I for my respect. 20, 10, I'ma blow the whole check. In a club flex, after party flex. You know how we ball. All I know is ball. Every dollar in my pocket, I'ma spend it all. When they gon' say, shout it, I got a whole lot of money.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Coming in off the road, the Pelicans are back in New Orleans for this one. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year. This team matched up so well during the regular. Season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Sabonis, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 3-point game. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Here's Sabonis. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Here's Markkanen. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And how about that stroke from mid-range by Markkanen? The 7-footer with a deadly jumper. That's like a defense's worst nightmare.
Smith. Rebound by the Kings. Fox looking it over. Outside, Sabonis. Outside, Fox. To the inside. Ingram with the steal. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him. He understands they're facing a team that can put up points in a hurry. He said they need to put forth a great effort defensively to prevent scoring runs. They can't afford to let those guys get hot and stay hot. We'll see who wins the battle of wills here tonight.
All right, David, sounds like they're very concerned about preventing an early run by their opponent.
No doubt. You don't want to play catch-up if you can avoid it. They're going to lean on their defense to try to keep this game in check.
Yeah, I think they might want to play at a slower pace and try and avoid a track meet.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Now, here's Markkanen. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
Now, when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
Now Sabonis. After Zion Williamson missed from long range. That ties the game.
Playing to his strength, Sabonis goes to work inside.
Now here's McCollum. Loads it up for Williamson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see missed connections like that too often.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Now, here's Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Over Valanciunas. And again, it's Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Smith punches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ingram. Over in the corner, Williamson. Here's the 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Kings leading. And here is Fox. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Markkanen from outside. Here's Williamson. Puts the move on. And Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, and quick and shifty there off the bounce. Fluid with that shot motion as well. Williamson continues to impress.
It's a tie game in New Orleans. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox can be so slippery on the drive, making those little adjustments to get by the defense.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Up top, Sabonis. He's off on that one, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Right wing. Now Markkanen over Hayes. Second chance effort. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it. Well, the father of Domantas Sabonis, Arvydas, named to the NBA 75 All-European team. Arvydas 7'3" and just so skilled.
Back to Richardson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Outside Murphy. Monk grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
In the corner, Murray with it. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 2. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Domantas Sabonis is one of the best passing big men in the league. He said, sharing the ball is contagious. Everyone feels confident and knows they'll get touches, which makes the game fun. And that can build chemistry on a young team. Kevin?
And David, we know how important that is. And we thank you for your report. Shot clock at 5. Richardson, no luck. And Greg, what was it like playing with the 7'3" Arvydas when you were in the NBA together?
Kevin, we had a couple of years together in Portland, and I'll tell you what, he was an incredible passer. Really made me a better cutter because he was the first guy I played with that could make all the passes no matter where he was on the floor.
Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Pelicans trailed by 4. Pass to Richardson. Shoots the 3. And the Pelicans miss again. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Kings. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To the middle. Right side Davis. Back to Sabonis. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Graham. To the left wing. Outside Murphy. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Down low. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Richardson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Hayes in the corner. To the paint. It's stolen by Lyles. Pass to Monk. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. Now, here's Lyles. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Lyles got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings. And here's Hayes, covered by Lyles. Back to Richardson. Can they get it? Buries it from 3-point range. Richardson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
It's Davis on the wing. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. And that one is off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Pass to Graham. Now here's Nance. Defended by Sabonis. For 3, Richardson. He can't get it to go. Outside, Davis. Lyles with the screen. Over Hayes. And the jumper is good. Wiles got his second bucket of the game to go. And some good action to the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Sacramento leading by 5.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
And there is a whistle, and that's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
New Orleans on D. Herter on the wing. Knocks down the 3-ball. Herter's got the first basket of the second half here for the Kings. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason group.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
18 feet out. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And the shooting mechanics that Markkanen has are just phenomenal. His form, the release point, everything, it looks good every time it leaves his hands.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Stolen by McCollum. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Fox. There's Williamson with the 3. Markkanen pulls it in. And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
Out to the right wing. There's the 3. Trains the 3-pointer. Markkanen's got 10 points in the game.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
Back to Valanciunas. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Herter. And stolen by Barnes. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
And not just a 3-point shooter. JR proves that game in and game out.
Picked by Markkanen, and it's Wiles in the corner. Markkanen down low.
2 minutes remaining.
Over McCollum. Markkanen can't get it to go. Pelicans trailed by 13. New Orleans moving it around. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to Wiles for 3. A shot off that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
And I think back to when Sacramento Kings hired Mike Brown as their head coach, there was almost universal praise for that move.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
They set the pick to the middle. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got his third bucket of the night. And, Richard, when it comes to Mike Brown, it's easy to understand why he was such a popular hire.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy with a ton of NBA experience, and he has taken a team to the finals. He had the confidence of the Kings players from day one.
And he left a world championship team, so he brings that pedigree, RJ, with him to Sacramento.
Yes, sir.
Back to Smith. Left side, Fox. Pass to Wiles. To the wing right side. Over in the corner, Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Here's Valanciunas. And the Pelicans miss again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Herter. Here's Fox. Up and in on the layup. Fox has got 8 points. And so it's Sacramento cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. They've been playing some inspired.
44.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. Rebound by the Kings. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Here's Markkanen. And the Kings check on 2 more.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Smith outside. Williamson, the screen. Off target from outside.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's Sabonis. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Down low. Valanciunas.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It doesn't go for him. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And stolen by Barnes. Sabonis inside. Shoots over Ingram. And again, it's Sacramento converting. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Kings. Pass to Valanciunas. Smith for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Mitchell outside. Outside, Sabonis. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but, Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And check out Zion showing off his ability to stretch the floor. You'd love to see him do that more often.
Markkanen can't get it to go. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Double team Sabonis. Outside Markkanen. Sabonis inside. Pelicans with the rebound. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. For three, Smith. Fires from deep. Keeps it alive. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Domantas Sabonis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And the three ball is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Back to Mitchell. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win and
No entiendo por qué llaman si antes nadie llamó. No entiendo por qué vienen si antes nadie vino. Esperan que yo sea alguien que saben que no va conmigo. Porque siento que yo alguna vez me perdí y hoy que me levanté puedo decir que volví. Porque siento que yo alguna vez me perdí y hoy que me levanté creo que nunca me fui. En otras acciones yo no te voy a dar explicaciones y con 2 canciones hice que todos me mencionen. Dios me prometí no bajar escalones, pero decidí bajarlo y explicarle a estos torpes que tu séquito de nenitos envidiosos y pésimos, quieran o no quieran, a mí deben darme crédito. Vean donde vean, siempre va a estar el polémico Paulito sin igual que roba el panorama escénico. Y ninguno salió a poder hacer lo que hice yo. Igual me criticaron, no sé qué pasó, y eso que fui el primero que hace el picado más flow. Pero nunca puse un pero porque represento a vos y a tus bandas de embusteros que dicen que rapero yo no soy, pero bueno, eso me huevo. Sé que sí hay dinero, es porque el imán soy yo. Igual nunca digo nada, siempre fui como un robot, un caballo que mira para adelante sin error. No maldito quejoso, molesta como un bocón que no acepta que hay ejemplo y el ejemplo va a ser yo. Sí, el ejemplo va a ser yo. El ejemplo va a ser yo, sí. Ey, el ejemplo va a ser yo. Siento que yo alguna vez me perdí y hoy que me levanté puedo decir que volví. Porque siento que yo alguna vez me perdí y hoy que me levanté creo que nunca me fui. Leones con flor, Paulo Londra, dice Session 33, era por mí, claro que sí.
Piece of rap, piece of rap.
I used to think about immature things. You know, like, do you love me? Are you gonna call me like you said you would? Is this really your real phone number?
Get money, new money. This is what they've been waiting on. Hey,
Rich boy, all them haters wanna tight, no slick, just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that,
Just bought a Cadillac.
throw some D's on that.
Just bought a Cadillac. Rich boy, all them haters wanna tight, no slick, just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that,
Just bought a Cadillac.
throw some D's on that.
Just bought a Cadillac. Rich boy, all them haters wanna tight, no slick, just bought a Cadillac. Took it to the, got the top drop, 2-color flip flop in the red lollipop in the parking lot. But I still got my new money. Don't you see the big knot? Don't you see the big chain? Don't you see the big grills? Wonder who they hating on lately, baby. This hill. Candy paint, gated skin seats. Call me Dundee. Hope in your hood, I'm the one that you wanna be. Haters wish they could. In my 83, ride with no tits, so the know it's me. Rich boy, all them haters wanna tight, no slick. Just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that,
Just bought a Cadillac.
throw some D's on that.
Just bought a Cadillac. Rich boy, all them haters wanna tight, no slick. Just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that,
Just bought a Cadillac.
throw some D's on that.
Just bought a Cadillac.
I never slip, I never fall. A lot of give me they numbers, but I never call. A real OG, look at VIP and see a player ball. Then after we hit the club, baby, I'm a